What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and I wanted to talk about an upcoming event on CW, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, if you are a DC fan or just a comic fan in general, you've probably heard of Crisis on Infinite Earths or Crisis or something to that effect. And CW is doing a big crossover event like, basically derived from Crisis on Infinite Earths with all of their heroes in different worlds, in different universes, in different multiverses, right? Coming together to stop this huge threat. And we're learning more and more about it. And it makes me wish that I was still watching these shows on CW. And I'll get into a little bit later why I stopped. And it's for reasons you could probably guess. But let's go through this article because I do want to talk about this Superman article here for a second. Crisis. Routh's Superman comes face to face with Legend of Tomorrow's Adam. So Brandon Routh, who played Superman in Superman Returns back in like 2005 or 2006, has for the past several years been in the Arrowverse playing Ray Palmer, the Atom. Now, they've actually made a couple jokes several times, like he's told Supergirl, yeah, I've got a cousin that looks just like you. They've had several jokes like that, so they've alluded to it. They're finally doing it for real, and I'm kind of excited to see it. But DC's Legends of Tomorrow star Brandon Routh. Oh, this comes from CBR. So as you can see, we're using Internet Archive because that's what we do for CBR articles, even when they're not, lies. So it's fun. Let's see. According to Mark Guggenheim, the actor will play two separate DC characters on the same screen during the major crossover. It's fun because Routh gets to play not only Superman but Clark Kent, and watch him have those two roles. He plays them very differently. We had the opportunity to see Brandon act opposite himself because Ray Palmer's in the crossover as well. So it sounds like they're going to actually come face to face, Superman and the Atom. We wouldn't want to miss an opportunity for Superman played by Brandon Routh to interact with Ray Palmer played by Brandon Routh. And here it is. He played the Man of Steel in 2006's Superman Returns, and then he's been part of the Arrowverse for a long time. He will play Kingdom Come Superman, as well as Ray Palmer. Now, you can see here the schedule for Crisis on Infinite Earths. Sunday, December 8th, Monday, December 9th, Tuesday, December 10th. Then they take like a month break, which I don't think is a good idea for them. But they're going to leave on a cliffhanger, I'm sure. But usually when they do these crossovers, they do them all in 1 week. And they're going to take a month off and then do Tuesday and a 2-hour event on Tuesday, January 14th. But, one of the big things they're going to do is they are going to have, here's the promotional image for it. Well, that's very small. You can't see that very well, but that's all right. But what they're going to do is they're going to have tons of people. All of their people from every show are going to be involved. They're bringing in guest stars. So Tom Welling, who played Superman in Smallville, is going to be in it. Obviously, Brandon Routh is going to be his Superman in it. Kevin Conroy is going to be Batman in this. They're going all over the multiverse. The Monitor is collecting people for these tasks. That's going to be the plan. That's what they're doing. You can see all the people they have cast, the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor right there. So we kind of know, if you know the story from Crisis on Infinite Earths, it's going to be similar. They've hinted that somebody may die. Stephen Amell, I could definitely see him dying, or Barry Allen as Flash, because in the original Crisis, Barry Allen did die. So it'll be interesting what they do. But I wanted to take a look at this picture here. Let me move myself out of the way. And you see Brandon Routh's Kingdom Come Superman choking the Superman from CW. Now, Kingdom Come Superman, if you're not aware, the story behind Kingdom Come Superman is in this universe, the Joker actually kills Lois Lane, and Joker kills Lois Lane. Somebody comes down and just murders Joker and then gets off on it. Like, the jury just lets him go. And Superman is so disappointed in society and what's happening that he just goes to Forge of Solitude and says, F it, I'm leaving. For 10 years, he's all by himself up there. So when Wonder Woman decides to talk him back because they need the Justice League again. And he comes back. I'll take this down, even though this looks pretty sweet. He comes back. This is an older Superman. There could be different versions of Superman. I know maybe that may surprise some people. They think that there's one definitive version of Superman. Well, there's several. Just like almost every comic book character that's been around for a while. But Kingdom Come Superman is stronger than like the regular Earth Superman, because he has absorbed, he's been there for longer, he's absorbed more solar radiation. Lex Luthor even, says he's not weak to kryptonite anymore, basically, because he's just become so strong and so powerful. And so you see in this picture exactly what he's doing to their Superman. And this is Tyler Hoechlin, I think is his name. He is like the beta Superman. I think his portrayal is very weak and very bad. But that brings me back to why I stopped watching CW shows. And I was so into it. I've said it several times on stream, the first several seasons of Arrow, I was watching I was DVRing every episode. The Flash, DVRing every episode, really, really enjoying it. And then once they started doing these crossovers, I wanted to keep up with everything. So I was DVRing Legends of Tomorrow, which that show is very cringy, but it was important to what was happening. So I watched it. I kept up with it. Supergirl, when Supergirl came over, I DVR'd it and I kept up with it. Even though I didn't really like it, even though it was a lot of like girl power stuff and the show wasn't really for me, I kept watching it. So I was going to say Lethal Lightning. Black Lightning, not a terrible show, really. But, not super interested in it. For me, I DVR'd it. I kept up with this stuff. But it just became too much at one point. Stephen Amell turned from this badass character in Arrow to just like a guy who is so about his emotions. I didn't like it. Barry Allen, it became the Iris West show instead of the Barry Allen show. And Iris is fine. She was fine the first couple of seasons, but then it literally became almost about her. Supergirl, every episode was a different thing about, it was an allegory for racism, sexism, transphobia, and illegal immigration, like everything that could force all the different kind of like political and social stuff that's going on, everything that could force in there, they did, it seemed. And eventually it just got too much for me and I had to stop. I just stopped a couple years ago completely. And I wish I was still invested in it so that I could get the most out of this event, because it does seem like it's going to be cool. They're bringing back so many different characters that I think it's going to be a really fun event. And for those people that are still watching it, I think it's going to be great. For me, I might try to watch it, but I just don't think I'm going to get a lot out of it, especially because I just kind of swore off it. So we'll see what I decide to do. I don't know if I'm going to have the time to watch it, to be quite honest with you. But, just this image right here really makes me want to see it. Just to see Brandon Routh come in. Another chance at Superman for a guy who played a pretty good role in Superman Returns. Wasn't the best movie, but, he's definitely looks the freaking part. He looks like a beast. So we'll see what happens. But what do you guys think? Are you going to watch this Crisis on Infinite Earths event on CW? Are you interested in it? Are you interested in seeing people like Kevin Conroy and Tom Welling and different characters like this that we've had a lot of love for over the years come together? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, share the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.